be what I really always wanted to be. For once in a lifetime, I feel like a giant. I soar like an eagle. Won't somebody help me? For this is my moment. My once in a lifetime. Finally, I can be what I really always wanted to be. For once in a lifetime, I feel like a giant. I soar like an eagle. I need y'all to help me. And this was my moment, my once in a lifetime. Hello, people. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Did y'all witness that mess on last evening? Now, I don't know if y'all see. Many of y'all gonna say, "Oh, them people are dead. You ain't supposed to say nothing about them." If they make it to the news, honey. We're not talking about individuals. We're talking about the panel that builds itself as the oldest panel in the beef sector, right? That's what we're talking about. So if you fall into that, if you're one of the members, you're collateral damage, honey. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Hi, Frazier. And Redbone. Hi, Redbone. April Aries and Nikki. How you doing, Nikki? Belu. Okay. Wait a minute. Nikki Belu Basario on that bullshit again. That's your name? Oh, my goodness. Okay. Jerome MacArthur. Hey, people. How y'all doing on this Friday? I'm trying to get my ass out of the bed. What happened was, I don't know why, but last night I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I could not get myself to sleep. I mean, I woke up. I usually don't wake up. I sleep all the way through the night, right? I take melatonin and I'm out. But for some reason, first of all, the nightmare was terrible because I've been shot in all kind of places and stuff. And then couldn't get back to sleep. So my solution was I was going to play what I had written in my novel, let my novel play through the night. I can kind of critique it and put me to sleep. But that is a mistake. You can't play something if you want to go to sleep that is very interesting. You don't want something that's going to hold your interest because that'll keep you up because you're interested in the story. Of course, you can't have nothing visual for sure. No television, nothing like that. But also anything that's going to, if it's a very good book and you want to hear what happens next and it engages you, that's not a good way to go to sleep. Anyway, so I only got like 3 hours sleep. So I napped for most of the day. But now I'm back. Did y'all see that thing on yesterday? Well, I guess the gentleman's panel decided that since they've been boring, they've been the talk of the they've been one of the most boring panels on not only the beef sector, probably on YouTube and then the world. They decided to stay true to that, right? They felt like they have something that's so interesting that people want to hear them jabber. We only went over there for one reason, honey. That's because on yesterday morning, Rebel Son announced that he was leaving the gentleman's panel, right? And since so many had left, I mean, what's the other guy? Conscious TV. He just left a month ago. And then they've had people leaving after leaving after leaving after leaving. There's no reason to stay, really. But anyway. So that he directed us over there to see that. We wanted to see what was going on there. And apparently, the Rebel Son, he was waiting for his moment. And this is my moment. He wanted to go in here and tell us about how it was a conflict of interest and how he didn't appreciate certain behaviors, right? But the person who was running the thing, the person who will remain dead to me, the dead person, would not allow him to have his moment, right? So they get to the very end. They got 5 minutes left, right? First of all, the person, the Rebel Son, keeps trying to interject, said, "Oh, fuck you, you son of a bitch." What was it? Ronnie Q, fuck you, motherfucker. all this kind of stuff, right? Jay, I think we got to talk about this now. We got to do this sooner than later. Oh, Jay, and the dead person. Oh, no. Let's go on with the discussion. He thinks his opinion is so important. The opinions were so important that I don't even remember what they were. I don't, whatever. He kept telling that boy, no, right? And so then when at the very end of it, I guess he said, now everything's taken care of. I guess I got to let them hear what they want to hear now. Well, that's what we wanted to hear. Why would you hold back? The only thing interesting about the whole goddamn thing, child. The only thing interesting in the last year in that gentleman's panel was this announcement, right? So he robs us of them watching that bullshit. I guess he gets his clicks and views. And he finally let a rebel, okay, rebel, go ahead. And so before Rebel even gets it out of his mouth properly, Jay Wilson has another announcement, right? So Rebel's son, he announces that he is leaving the gentleman's panel, and it's been a pleasure and all this bullshit, right? And Jay Wilson interjects, oh, there's another announcement. So that's what I mean by, I think the thunder was taken out of Rebel Son's big announcement. He was not going to get an opportunity to have his moment on the gentleman's panel, right? So Jay Wilson, excuse me, the dead person makes his announcement. This will be the last meeting of the gentleman's panel. Now, wait a minute, people. If they want to require these other people to come and make their announcement during the show, how is he going to come on and then announce that the show was ending that very moment, that night? This is the last episode. So if it's the last episode, shouldn't you have used the whole show then to discuss the goings on of this panel, why was this person, whatever, something interesting, or perhaps some of the what do you call it? He called it conflict of interest. Hi, Ronnie Q. See, you got mentioned. Let me a sidebar. When Rebel Son was introduced to us, he could barely talk. The only time he would really talk is if he was in a dress pretending to be Tracy, right? So what I've recognized now, we'll get back to the story in a minute. What I recognize is they've discovered a monster. Rebel Son has got pent up anger, and he is a monster. He always seems to want to jump to this violent end with people. So we have discovered through the beef sector and through YouTube and through Google what he is, right? So if they really going to follow through and bring him somewhere, are they talking about show anymore? That was a drop in the bucket. Now they're back on Vegas again and saying Vegas ain't got nothing to do with show. Anyway, he's under the impression he's going to be a big star. They also inviting our friend Rico over there. This Rebel Son, he seems to think he is this great boxer, this great fighter, right? He always wants to fight everybody. He's always very threatening, right? So after Rico starts drinking, the Rebel Son is going to hurl one of those threats at him, and Rico is going to leap across the table on his ass, because not everybody has the same capacity for bullshit, right? And we already see Rico can be physical when he's drinking. Wally can give a test to that. But I think what we've discovered in this Rebel person who professed to be some medical professional, that there's a very dark side to him. There's a dark side to his humor. There's a dark side to his what he calls his reading or his roasting, and there's a dark physical side where he feels like he can really hurt somebody, and he always goes to that. So what we've done, we've taken this quiet person. Remember how they used to tell you in school, be careful of the quiet ones, the quiet ones. So good luck to you, boy, in your medical profession, since you are so prone to want to hit somebody. You're driving your car and you're threatening everybody who's going to hit you and all this kind of shit. Girl, You're a grown-ass man. Back to the story. This was his big moment. Jay Wilson, I don't know how you can talk about this damn beef section, really. I mean, there's only so many people in it. Anyway, he said, oh no, you will not come to my show and have your moment. And you will not bring up that I am so nasty concerning the show. So we don't want to know the conflict of interest. Okay, just say that. You threw in there. Okay, I got another announcement to make. This will be the last performance of the week. It's what you call stealing someone's thunder. Because all day, Rebel Son has been planning on his big moment, right? He got his, he says he never wears a head wrap, right? I have yet to see his head. He's got his scarf wrapped around his head, and he got his New York, what do you call them, hat, fedora or something like that, tilted to the side. Then he tilted to the side, girl. He's dressed for his moment. And this dead person will not allow it, right? So he took all the emphasis out of that he was leaving the gentleman's panel. After he made the second announcement, nobody was even thinking about the first announcement anymore. So I don't know if those two will eventually tell the truth about each other, how they really feel about each other. It appears that the dead person is not going to allow any of that to occur, right? He's always going to move the conversation along. Anyway, that was my observation. I thought it was amusing to me. How y'all doing today? Let me see how you doing. Then that was his moment. Oh, a lot of people in here. Praise Jesus. Y'all see Gamage Carter made it back safely. He's back from his vacation. Okay, it's gonna be something nasty. Okay, y'all ignore what Gamage Carter says. He's the only one we allowed to say this nasty negative shit. Let's see what he got to say. Good afternoon, chat and mods. Uncle Tim, you are jealous. You never were asked to be what? I was Carter, I'm jealous because I was never asked to be on the most boring panel that I've ever seen on YouTube. Bitch, please. Girl, no. I've seen a lot of panels. Matter of fact, people have panels every day now. It ain't that big a deal. They decided to put a name on it, but it's basically the same thing, except they had regular people who they couldn't seem to maintain for a couple months. Anyway, what I'm saying is this. I have had absolutely no desire to be no part of no goddamn boring ass gentleman's panel. Here you got an audience that is 95% women. 95% women. And you want to go and talk about the proper way to clean your asshole. I mean, all gentlemen's panel, when you're told next time, these ladies want to hear about gentlemen, straight gentlemen. They don't want to hear about you all butt fucking each other. Everything come out of Rebel Son has got to do something to do with sex, right? All of the humor is geared towards gay men, which you have maybe 5%. It wasn't interesting, honey. It wasn't interesting. So why does boy feel like he has to come and give us more of that until the last minute? I don't know, honey. So Carter, welcome back to San Francisco, but we will be ignoring your comments. You're on punishment. Ronnie Q, were you over there being bad again? What happened with Ronnie Q? Why did he so vulgar? He wanted to stop the whole conversation to address Ronnie Q for some reason. That's what I mean. See, there's a ticking time bomb in that boy. Let's hope he's not working with patience. Right? Beware the man who feel like they have to prove something, honey. What are you proving? To who? Who does that impress? So he went from being a silent drag queen to now he can't shut him up. And he really believes that he gonna go over there on this. Let me ask you this question. What's that other dude on there? Official King Payne. Okay, he's on the show. He's been on the show for what? Or it's been 5, 6 episodes. Has anything changed? Is he getting any more respected than he was before he went on a show? Has his show paid him anything? Girl, it ain't shit. They're putting too much on it, honey. I think some people have lost their way. Now they're not even talking about show no more. So what are you preparing for, the Rebel Son? There's been no. Sean Bradley is exclusively like a laser focused on Las Vegas. Maybe they'll take a few pictures in Las Vegas they can use. Doesn't sound like show. Even though he's been leading us to believe that that is somehow tied to show. I don't think it has anything to do with it. It seems like a couple of weeks ago, that woman announced that they were going to do something in some other city. I think the original city was Los Angeles. They floated. But it was only a blip on the screen, honey. They ain't talking about no show no more. There's no new location. They're floating ideas. Oh, we're going to invite this person. Well, you scrap it, honey. You have went through everybody in the damn beef sector. Beef sector ain't but, 20, 30 people? Your ass done went through all of them, honey. So now you're taking whoever you can get. And we don't know them people being, I hope you're not playing with these people, making them think that they're also going to be stars. And then you still ain't came up with no goddamn plan for paying nobody. Nothing. Whatever, child. Whatever. Ronnie Q, what is your issue with that boy? Who stole Zorro? They did kind of have the look of a swashbuckler, honey. Now he goes to me and he gets upset with me because I say he always wear the do-rag, right? So what the hell is the difference with the do-rag? If you call it a do-rag, surgical cap, a scarf, a hat, a stocking, whatever it is, honey, we have never seen that boy's head. What are you so ashamed of showing us your head, honey? Girl. So what's going to be an excuse for this damn he had it caught to the side, baby. That was Zorro. Whoosh, perfect. That must be what annoys him, Ms. Ronnie Q. Your sense of humor is too sharp for him. You must have said something that dug right into his bones right away. Mm-hmm. He gonna come through the screen on you, child. I guess I would hate to be involved in a relationship with somebody like that, child. They are so volatile. But everybody's not taking no ass whoopings, though. I'll tell you that I'll tell you that is the truth, honey. Everybody's not dealing with that, child. So you want to jump up and hop up like you're Zorro, you want to slash? You think you're the only slasher in the damn world? Oh, I'm crazy. And you're the only one? Girl. There's a monster locked down in that thing. It's hideous and it's ugly. Even the sense of humor is ugly. This hard way you got to throw Brianna and Tracy's name in every conversation for 2 years. It's ugly. It's nasty. The digs are nasty. Nasty woman. She was a nasty woman. Maybe she got that nasty woman disease. Mm-hmm. Nikki Bailu, are you my moderator, Nikki? Or you added something to your name now? Nikki Bailu Pizarro on that bullshit again. Is that how we do it now? I don't know. I don't know if that's our darling or not, honey. Mm-hmm. They ain't got to change me name. I'm not even aware of Miss Pizarro. I just became aware of her. Who is she with almost somebody? Apparently she's very popular. Her site, though, you would think it was about cartoon characters because she used all this animation on her thing. I went past that site many times. Maybe I was even subscribed to it and didn't even realize who that was because it's not the regular name. You know, you guys are creative with your names and all that kind of stuff. But apparently that person is very popular. There's Nikki Balo. See, that's you in the real name. It's the same picture. Oh, maybe you just expanded for this this conversation. Yes, we sing the graveside service. Lord, that thing been dead since the inception, honey. Mm-hmm. That's why that. Whoo! That damn fan's supposed to come today. Excuse me, baby. Oh, let me show you the baby. Come in. Come in, you ding dong. Get it bum up here. I got the baby the haircut. Get it bum over here. Say hi. Say hi to the people over there. No, you want you look at them? No, I'm gonna look at them. They're up there. He got the haircut. You see him? He's small. Do you have tail? That means the tail makes you happy. Put me down, Daddy. Say hello. Daddy do, do. Put me down. Okay. Open this damn window. Maybe I'm not gonna have to open the window no more because the purifier is supposed to arrive today. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's an inside joke. Okay. Finally, notifications. I have never clicked on anybody's notifications. I just get on and whoever's talking, I listen to them. The graveside service. Lord have mercy. Some people saying that reading session on that other girl's page is what settled it for the rebel son. Next day he comes talking about he leaving. So they say he could be placing his nose in the inner rim of Phi Babe's ass. These people, I don't know, Ty, maybe you oversold it, child. You got these people think they're gonna have some major life change about this show. Frankly, people getting tired of reality TV, period. So I don't know how you're gonna sell this one, honey. I could see if you were shooting for something like a web thing, like this Chasing LA kind of thing. But you talking about you're gonna be on television now? Who gonna see this shit? So far, you haven't produced any show. You got a reunion of a show that never happened. So I guess he's cutting all ties. Usually he's in there kissing his ass. I guess he's switching over asses to kiss. It's terrible. Let's hope that there's going to be some consolation prize for these people. And Ty, I don't think you should be playing with people like that. Not real. I mean, I hear how you talk. I know you're the great hype person. You got people thinking they're going to be somebody. And this is their moment. Don't play with people like that, honey. I go to sleep with rain sound. Oh, rain sounds? Okay. No, I usually listen to books that I take off of YouTube, audio books. And it usually puts me, I don't know why I was up last night. But audio books put me to sleep. And very rarely do I make it past the chapter. It's usually just a couple pages and I'm out. But the melatonin doesn't hurt. I had a horrible nightmare too. Maybe that's why I can go to sleep. I had this horrible nightmare. Let me see if I can remember some of it. I know I was shot several times. And when I woke up, my body was aching, hurting, right? And so I'm thinking that's why I was dreaming about being shot, because I was having all this pain in my limbs and elbows and all this kind of stuff. So it had to be probably the way I was sleeping. You're supposed to sleep in your bed like this, right? Many times I sleep on my bed just going across the sideways with the feet hanging over and whatever, and the pillow wrong, and then I'll get these pains or whatever. So I think that's why I was dreaming about being shot. I think like 6-7 times in my back. Apparently I was still alive. I was running from somebody. I don't know. But fortunately, that almost never happens. So we got to be grateful, honey. Grateful, 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 grateful. Gratefulness is flowing from my heart. Red bone. Okay. This is shoe polish beard. With his shoe polish beard. What's that stuff called? Is that I know y'all know about the bayai. We ain't talking about that. We talking about that Beijing. and there's some kind of black shit that men put in their beards and they got to comb it in and all this kind of stuff. It means you're obsessed with your appearance. Doesn't look good on a man. Men with jet black hair and all the nose hairs trimmed, and they doing the Kevin Samuels shit. Girl, he's walking around with 3-piece suits around his apartment. Girl, don't take all that, in my opinion. But you're right. That damn mustache comes straight across, and it all painted all black and all that. And he's constantly talking about who wants to fuck him. I don't know why, honey, you feel it's so important, and that is such a great accomplishment. If somebody wants, you should assume. You said you're in your late 20s and early 30s at the same time now. He said they all lined up to get him. So maybe he feel like if he's a reality star, they want him even more. Let's see. Okay. Then we heard that Rebel's son stated he was leaving because of the other dead woman. Okay. It wouldn't surprise me because he left. He made his announcement immediately after they blew up and she had the car accident. That all happened within a 24-hour space. So he's always had his nose up in her ass. All of them start kissing ass because they feel like they're going to be on the show. Can y'all hear that train? I'm so used to it. I mean, I've been here so long. I've been here in this apartment 10 years. But it has been silent for a whole year. I have blue skies. A little Shih Tzu dog. Okay. Rebel was passive aggressive though. Left early to walk the dog. He left early. Well, his moment was stolen, honey. That was supposed to be his moment. He got all dressed up for it. Who walks around the house looking like that? Who in the hell is walking around the house looking like Zorro? Somebody just said Zorro, honey. They had huge ass hats. Do you ladies, y'all walk around your house with the girl big old hats on your head, child? She had on the black shirt. She was ready for her moment, honey. Girl. And that boy came and took it right from under her. Oh, there's another announcement. What, should we discuss my announcement? No. We're moving on. We ain't got time for that. Carter says I was jealous because I wouldn't have to be on the panel. Child, that's like being on a panel with kindergartners. They really thought they had the breaking news too, child. Hey, Nikki. Wasn't it a Michael Jackson song, Hey, Nikki? And then another song was, Hey, Nikki, you're so fine. Don't you blow my mind? Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki. Sue song. All deflection. Oh, that's why he came after you, Ronnie Q? It sounded like you only made one simple statement. And he was calling her crazy. I'm leaving the show because of this. I'm leaving. That's what I mean. It was he wanted to really get into that. Why he's leaving the show, and that, you know, in his mind, that was a show. He was really leaving something. What the hell is a gentleman's panel? You just hung a name on it, honey. They do panels every day on here. Everybody's got a panel, and they're a lot more interesting than that shit, honey. Come on. Oh no, not Rico has a lot of issues. Which one is Rico? He's been invited to the show. Well, are they announcing a recording of another show? I have to see it, honey. Pretend I'm from Missouri. Pretend I'm from the Show Me State. I haven't seen it. They talked about that damn thing for 3 days, and then they were back on Vegas. I hope that people aren't just throwing their money away like that. I mean, it's only in the big scheme of things, it's not that much, but they are still paying for these airline tickets and all that stuff. More than likely, when you buy a bulk of them, maybe it will cost a lot less, and they're still paying for these hotel rooms and these houses. And even if the crew are students, they're still, I assume they will have to pay them something. Maybe not. Maybe they're just because they're when they're located in Atlanta. Maybe they're just students. I don't know. But whatever. I hope they won't just keep throwing money at a dying thing, honey. If it's dying, hell, let it die. You know, oh no. Yesterday he went off on me. Wait a minute. He likes going off on me, calling me all kind of old man, old shit. How you gonna punch me in my head and all that? Hold on, man. He gonna punch me in my head. He gonna do all kind of shit to me, child. He gonna try to suck my dick. Oh no, he's on someone else. He's on what he calls the Goblin Queen Tree Dog. He only has 3 speeds to run in, honey. Primarily, he likes to going off on women. Hold on a minute. He likes going off on Brianna and Tracy.
Y'all, this is 200 of y'all in here. Rent coming up. Now, y'all can all give it.
Okay, so he's back to Tracy impression. Lord have mercy. He's over there doing Tracy impression. He can't wait to get back in that dress, honey. You know, it took that dress to get him to even talk. The Tulsa analysis. Oh, Lord have mercy. They got the official Pink King Payne. He's giving the Tulsa analysis. Girl, how can somebody have a dumb answer to everything? I don't understand that, child. That boy, he has a dumb answer to every goddamn question. I mean, whatever. It was the bonnet convo. Oh, they discussed the bonnets as well. Oh, they're brilliant. Oh, how in the hell is Rebel Son gonna be over talking about somebody wearing a bonnet when we've never seen his head? What is that shit you got on your head if it ain't a bonnet, honey? If it ain't a bonnet and a scarf and a hat and a work cap and then wave caps and all this shit you put on your head is never exposed. How are you going to give commentary on a goddamn bonnet? I don't understand it. But I tell you people, honestly, I had to red ball past all of that. I cannot sit up here and watch no gentleman's panel for no more than 6 minutes. So I had to go all the way down to the end. And that's the only time that the leader, the dead person, will let them talk about current situation, about something that somebody's interested in. He knows what excites people. How can he know what excites people and want to hang on to that boring ass commentary of theirs? You know how to have what do you call these things? These smackdowns, these thunderdomes and all that kind of shit. So you know what's boring. You got to know. But maybe they think they're having intellectual conversation with King Payne. Honey, I might be jealous of a few things in this planet. That ain't one. Find a hole to crawl in. I thought he was dressed for a funeral. Goodbye. Okay, Felicia. He looked heartbroken and was trying to find a hole to crawl in. I thought he was dressed for a funeral. Goodbye. So the dog had to pee so bad that you could not even say a proper goodbye. Be quiet, baby. The dog had to pee so bad, honey. He had to get out of there immediately. No, he was pissed off because Jay Wilson took his thunder. Because the dead person took his thunder. He came prepared to discuss. Wilson don't want to be okay, I gotta leave it alone. See, now I'm perplexed because I don't want to talk about the dead man and the dead woman, right? But they are constantly throwing their ass onto the stage. And how do you get around them, child? What's he gonna do next? Now what's it gonna be? Some other money-making ploy. But just for the sake of this conversation, the dead person also said that he is tired. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of gentleman's panel. You weren't tired last week? What happened? You got tired this week? You had to take the thunder, right? It's your decision. Mm-hmm. At the same time, they say that they're no longer doing the church service, right? And when people confront about the church service, what happened to the church? I thought you were the pastor and all this kind of stuff, right? The excuse is, I work. Let me ask you something, people. Who works 24 hours a day on a Sunday? Is there anybody who works 24 hours a day on a Sunday? How are you able to come on and talk every single day, but on Sunday you work? Can we not assume that you work on the other days as well? Some of them, you got to work some. I mean, you got to pay that mortgage, right? So that excuse is even weak. Does not even possess enough character to come and actually tell the truth, even about that. I work and I have a partner. What the hell does that got to do with you doing something you do every Sunday? You've been going to church for what, 50 years? Does you having a partner affect that? Then we have to look at you're a pastor, you believe in God, you're a spokesman for the Lord, and you don't even go to church. Now you don't even have your church and you don't go to church. Girl, how you doing? A view is a view. A view is a view. The king of pain was on the gentleman's panel looking like Cowardly Lion. People, don't hold on people against us. These are caricatures of gay men. I guess that's what they wanted the official King Payne for his reality show, because they want these characters, right? All of the people, none of them are like regular people that you run into on the street, right? They got all kind of outfits on, crowns and shit. So I guess that's what they wanted. That's what they got, honey. But we had Zorro last night, and then we had the Cowardly Lion. Lord have mercy. Somebody gonna ask that boy, baby, why are you in LA, in one of the hottest cities in the United States of America, in the middle of June with a goddamn fur coat on? And you got a fan, you must be hot, right? Maybe if you took the fur coat off, you wouldn't be so goddamn hot where you got to use a feather duster to, girl. I don't know how that boy is able to do it, but he has a dumb answer for every single question presented to him. Ain't nobody watching that. Girl, what was it anyway? It never was anything. Panel discussion. And the gay boys weren't even watching that shit. Well, what interest does the women have in it? Every subject was about gay men's and their sex stuff. The gay boys, they find that to be a waste of time because they're juvenile questions. And then women are not interested in that. How could they be? Why would they be? I'm not interested in your asshole or what you do with it. That's another problem that Bradley has. He seems to think that that's just fine. That's fine conversation. It's all just get around, sit around, talk about my asshole and the pink door and all that. And look at like a cone and turn. Wait a minute. Bradley, do you have natural juices in your pink door? Okay. So then nobody's interested in licking that, honey. Right? You have colored juices, shall we say, to be kind. It would take upload for his so-called services. That way he can, what happened? Carter, what you talking about? On the dead man's tip, it would make sense if he did an upload for his so-called services. That way he can meet his folks' needs. Meet their needs? What? Jay Wilson? Okay. The dead person? How can you be the messiest person in what they call the beef sector, which would be one of the most cutthroat sectors on the YouTube, and you're the messiest among them, and then you're going to go and bring a word? What word are you bringing, honey? See, these preachers, they get away with murder. You know why? Because the Bible doesn't change. So they can say the same thing for 2,000 years. In other words, I don't give a damn how many degrees you have. You may have 2 degrees, 4 degrees, 12 degrees. The page ain't changing, right? So all you can do is go in there and pick out a passage about the prodigal son or one of the passages and try to twist it in such a way that that is new to the ears. But how many ways does that story have to be twisted? That you have to hear the same story for 50 years as if it has something to do with the modern world. I mean, there's great wisdom there in the Bible and so forth. But what I'm saying is he wasn't bringing shit here. He had a license to beg. When you are in ministry, when you claim the name of our Christ, it gives you a license to beg, right? And since he sees that this thing of his wasn't bringing in and he sees that the yelling and screaming brings in more, he's more focused on the yelling and screaming because the primary God is money. It ain't service. It ain't, honey, it ain't helping nobody. It is money. So he says, wait a minute, I can do beyond the Thunderdome and get 2 and 3 times what I can get with this boring thing that I've been doing, this pretending to be a preacher, right? If you really are serious about ministry, why don't you go and be in ministry? There are gay people in ministry. You might not be able to be the pastor, but you can certainly get a job somewhere working with somebody, some soup kitchen, some kind of way of helping somebody, some kind of counseling center or something where you can work in ministry and then say that I have a ministry or I work in ministry. But just come over here for a money grab, honey. The fuck is that? You have no wisdom, no great wisdom. You haven't lived enough to have any wisdom. You don't even have a story. Or so you say. We don't know what the real story is, but basically you don't know shit. Honestly, I love when he sings gospel songs and music. Well, you love the music, honey. He ain't got to sing it. You find somebody else to sing it. The one, oh, look at that pretty writing. The one and only Ed Hutchinson. Oh, that's you, Ed Hutchinson? You like when he sings gospel songs? Well, you know, if you like it, love it, honey. I mean, I love gospel music. If I had to pick one career, one gift, one talent, I would be a professional gospel singer. I think that'd be a great job to have, honey. Unfortunately, God didn't see he didn't see me as a singer, so he gave me no singing voice. I can't sing. But I don't think his singer is much better than mine. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Here we go. Here we go. Lord have mercy. Okay, y'all tell me now. Should I block this idiot from being on here, or should I allow them to say something? According to this, at 3:53 p.m., Dr. Pastor J. Wilson, a name which it pains me to even say the name, has said, "You sound silly, old man. Ha 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 ha. I work on Sunday. Ah ha ha. You work 24 hours on Sunday? A lot of people work on Sunday. What the hell is that? What do you mean? Don't you work others? Don't you come and be messy on Mondays? Don't you go run 2-hour lives on Tuesday? What about Wednesday? Aren't you on first thing in the morning in your car? Aren't you on in the evening for 2 or 3 hours? That's Wednesday. Today is Friday. We see you've already made 2 videos already today. Don't you work on those days as well? You said today is you had the day off. So that excuse, and we're assuming that this is really the actual person, because people can easily take that picture and you put that name with it and say whatever the hell they want to say. So did he really come in here? Girl. He got LOL. What are you coming over here for, boy? Do you think that you got a spark? Because see, if you didn't stay in the mess for so much, child, I wouldn't have to report on you. But since you are in the beef sector, this group of 20, 30 people, child, and you always seem to have a way to get your fat ass up in front of each and every scandal, it is hard to avoid. But my heart, you're still dead. Now, sometimes you got to pull a corpse up out of the ground. You got to pull him up. Get him. Get up, thing. You got to pull him up. Then you got to shake him. And when you're through with him, bam, back to the grave, you beast. That's all it is, Wilson. So don't get excited, honey. I'm a silly old man. How old are you? I'm a silly old man. How old are you? Mm-hmm. Pissy Wilson, Mark needs a diaper change. Mm-hmm. So I hope you don't feel like, boy, that you about to drive them numbers up by coming over here fucking with me, right? I do my best not to use your disgusting name. But don't think you're controlling anything, honey. I decide if I want to punch you in the nose. It's not going to be your decision. And I would think that you have had enough experience with me by now to know it is not always the right idea. Like that song you sometimes sing, that S. Hutchinson enjoys you singing, leave it alone, leave it alone. God can handle it better than you can. Leave it alone. Mm-hmm. Don't have to. What's all these short answers? You're supposed to be a doctor. You said that you have a doctorate, and now your name is doctor and a pastor. There's nothing to indicate you're a doctor of anything because you don't specialize in anything. You're not wise in any subject. And there's no indication that you're in ministry because you're the messiest queen in the beef sector. So, but you call yourself those things. Can't you come up with more than one line answers? One word sentences, 2 words. Uh-huh. Let me see what this is. Mm-hmm. Talk. Can't afford to go anywhere. What? Talk. Can't afford to go anywhere. Who can't afford to go anywhere? What does it cost to go somewhere? What the fuck? I've been on. Girl, is this somebody playing with this boy's name? I don't know. What do y'all think? Tim, don't let that troll disrespect you on your own channel. Okay, so y'all think that's a troll? Because all you do is right click and you got the picture. You just copy the name down, right? So just to be on the safe side, why don't we go ahead and block him? He ain't got nothing to say, but okay, here he says SSI. Next time he says, well, even him is not so stupid that he can't come up with a bigger answer than that. So what we're going to do is, moderators, let me have this pleasure. Let me have this pleasure for myself when I block him. I don't believe that's even him. Okay, should I report him or just block? Let me see. Hide user on this page. Those are the options we have. Mm-hmm. It's a troll. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be all that bright. Maybe a teenage troll or something. That boy knows. I think he knows better than to come over here fucking with me. Baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? Do you like your new haircut? You like your new haircut? You sweet dog. My baby's so much easier to handle with his haircut. So when they have these hairy dogs like this, when they go poop in the morning, unless they got a solid poop, then you got to clean their ass because it gets all in the hair and all that. And when they go in the grass, because the grass is cut once a week. When they go in the grass in the park, in the dog park, they have green stuff all over their paws. So you got to wash their paws every day because they're tracking to your carpet. It's a big mess. So he's much better off with the groom job. I might have to move him up to once a month. He did talk about money and a social economic joke. I don't give a damn if it's him or not. That boy don't pump no fear over here. Honey, he think Meek saying that he's a dead man. That's some kind of contract that I am required to stick to by law. I ain't sticking to shit. If I feel like cussing your ass out, that's just what I do. Oh, ain't right. You said you. I don't give a goddamn what I said. I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say. How's that? He used to give me some good workouts, though, honey. Baby, I used to get some good lip workout, cussing that boy out. Leave it alone. And now him and the female monster, they over there, they got the floor now. They get the floor going because they beef with somebody every day. That's it. I don't remember which one that he's beefing with. I had them blocked. Oh, wait a minute. He couldn't have been on here because he's blocked on my computer. No, that was a troll. That boy was not here because he is blocked on this computer and he is blocked on my other computer and he is blocked on my phone but I can't figure out how to block them on my television. So in a moment of weakness, I tend to know what's going on there. But I try to just be a spectator. That's right, Tim. Right. No, it couldn't have been him because he won't. If I put that name in my search engine on here, it won't show up. All it'll show on here is somebody else talking about the person. For both of them. No, he changed the name with a new page. Uh-huh. Them kind of people, they got to spin every damn thing. They can't even admit that they suffered a loss when their page was taken away from them. Then they come on there and say, oh, I lost 15,000 people. Our number was 15. You never showed it. So now that it's gone, now you got 15,000. Why did you just post the 15,000? So now the number is 3,000 now. So how long is it going to be before you start hiding the number again? People don't get all caught up in that damn subscriber count. I was looking today. PewDiePie has 110 million subscribers. And his video that this morning, he had 25,000 people watching him. Now, this is worldwide. He's the biggest YouTuber there is, right? But if you have 110 million subscribers, shouldn't you be pulling more than 25,000 views? Watch the views, people. That's who's actually looking at these people. He can't even admit that he doesn't suffer the loss. You never know if he's working or not working. He lie about every goddamn thing. And that's y'all talking about, oh, he could give a word. He could do an upload, what word are you getting from him that you couldn't get from 1,000 different other people on YouTube? You can go get TD Jakes for the price of admission. 0. You pull him up. Says y'all need a word. Pick it up and read it. How about that? Need some coins. I see them Cash App people finally got them off that ass though. They said, bitch. And he's scared to go back down that road again. Cash App Paloozas. Oh, I'm the only one that's fair. Oh, I never scum nobody. Oh, I tell the truth. You tell the truth about taking their money. What the fuck is that? You still taking their money. I never said the B word. Okay, you never said the B word. But what the hell is a tree dog? Isn't a dog, isn't that a bitch? If it's in a tree dog, ain't that the same as calling somebody a bitch? You say you never say the B word, but you can talk about where they live. You can talk about their children. You can talk about their hair. You can talk about their wigs, their makeup. You can talk about their titties. You can talk about everything. But I didn't say the B word. I didn't say the B word. How juvenile and ignorant is that? Let's move on. See how easy it is to slide back up into that bullshit. 100,000 should be watching him. Exactly. Now, PewDiePie gets big numbers, but not compared to 110 million subscribers. Those people are not all watching him. And plus, the content is for children. Who wants a word from an atheist, honey, who plays with God? It ain't no word. Hell. You're only talking about a paragraph. Damn, you can't pick up a Bible and read one paragraph and figure out what it means. Just read the same one over and over again until you get it. I came out of the New Testament. I was a Christian. There was no preaching. I was in a cell by myself. I read the New Testament. Either you accept it or you don't. But I don't know why you got to read it over and over and over and over and over and over for 50 and 60 years. The exact same words. Shouldn't you have learned that by now? Whatever. There are reasons to go. I ain't riding on church. I love church. I like going. I like fellowship. I like worship. But many times, many times, and I have a great pastor, great preacher. But I get more out of the music than I do anything else. It's just coming together with people and community, like-minded people. Oh, what is this? This thing moved over by itself. Oh, the YMCA trying to get my money again. Lord have mercy. No, I used to go to the Y every other day for the last 15 years. I don't think I lost a pound. But it'll be nice to do stuff like that again. Hi, RJ Supreme. How you doing? Catch the live late. What happened at the bottom panel? It don't happen to the last 5 minutes, honey. The dead man kept pushing it off. Said, no, we don't talk about that. No, like it's something that's so important in the conversation they were having. Girl, the bonnet conversation. I did that a week ago. You just not getting around to that. And what do you have to add to the conversation, child? Y'all don't let these people get so lazy that now that all they do is open up their channel and let y'all yell and scream at each other, and they get a paycheck for it. Okay, say, listen, we need some commentary from you. You won't commentate. We come to hear you commentate. Talk. Come off your avatar. Sit down there and talk. They got it down where they done all stowed. They done stowed Olivia the Oracle's stick now, and now they having thunderdomes every day. But I don't think the people run that good a Thunderdome because they're too opinionated. They have to keep injecting themselves to feel like they are in control of every goddamn thing. Sometimes people actually have something to say, like the Rebel Monster last night. He had something to say, but this child he had to control it, right? And she had to one up the person who wanted to make the announcement. That's what it was. God can handle it better than you can. Leave it alone. I love everyone just despite the unmentionable little friends. Well, I broke free after a couple of years of torture and torment. I don't know if I can stay free or not, child. But I am going to still report on what's going on in this sector. I love this sector. I love the beach sector. I love the characters. I love my Deanna Irvings and these people. I love my Tracy's. I love certain people. I like to come on here and like to hear them talk. So I'm like, if something's going on in this sector, I'm going to talk about it. Whether the dead people get involved or not. I mean, we can't be prejudiced against dead people, right? If they got the night of the living dead, and they want to get in the conversation, they want to put themselves in a position where people are talking about them, then yes, I will discuss that. Thunderdomes are brutal. I can't do it. I can't do all the hollering. Y'all want to know the truth? After Atlanta, the reason why I fell out with Sean Bradley is because I didn't know that people carried on like that in them damn scream yards. So I went on there because who were they talking about? Oh, when that dead woman ripped off that girl Regina, I just had an opinion about it. And them things started hollering and screaming and yelling at me. And at the time, I did not know that you could unmute yourself. So they had on me just hollering to myself. And they just, I mean, boom, 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 boom. And then when I told him, I confronted him. I said, Bradley, why are you allowing them to crucify me this way? Can't you mute them or something and let me say something? What do you mean, my people? That's what he said. What do you mean, my people, my people? What are you trying to say? I said, girl, don't get cute with me, bitch. And I fell out with him on that day. You see, he had every opportunity to say, you know what, that was wrong, Blake. I should explain to you what happens over here. Or, I just didn't know. StreamYard was new at that time. People were just starting to use it. I had only went on his panel one other time, and there were no other people in it. It was just me and him interviewing, and all they wanted to talk about was Tracy at the time. I said, "Don't you got a question for me or anything?" So it wasn't just him; it was this whole club chat thing that they did over there. I didn't appreciate it. I felt so disrespected with that. Then immediately following that, he gonna show some clip he had for the show supposed to have a Zoom channel, right? And it was the same situation. They had all attacked me. I was not allowed to say anything because I didn't know I could unmute my StreamYard. It would have been so easy to explain it to me. But anyway, so the yelling and screaming. So he replayed that to try to embarrass me, but he didn't realize that I give a fuck. You sound like a bunch of banshees. I couldn't even understand what your words were. All I could hear was bitch and hoe. That's it. So I started hurling back my bitch and hoes. And guess what he did? Oh, y'all want to know what Timothy Blaine thinks about black women? Y'all want to know what he thinks about black? So he plays the part where I say bitch and hoe, forgetting the fact that I had been hurled hundreds of bitches and hoes. Right? So at that point, I started recognizing the character of that boy. Would you please be quiet, Squeenie? What you doing? Yeah. Yeah. It's time to go out. I think it's time to go out for the boy. I gotta take my baby out. Although he's barking because people are getting home from work and they're in the hallways, you know. Trolls be dumb as hell. Yeah, I think we called it a troll today. That wasn't that boy. Because he blocked and he can't come on here. Period. I don't think he got that much balls anyway. So there's no more Sunday service because there's no profit in the Sunday. That's all they really care about. What a dumb thing to say. I got a job. Bitch. What? How long did it take you to do your stick? You done did it 3 or 4 times today already. On working days, you do it 2 or 3 times. You do it on the way to work. The boy said that if you're not making $2,000 a month on YouTube, you ought to stop, right? So that means he's making $2,000. That means what he's doing is he's running these long ass lives. These, I don't want to say thunderdomes. That belongs to Olivia. He's running these long and he's putting all these damn commercials in them, right? So that's what they're getting paid from, the commercials. So you got all these commercials. So you just want to stay on as long as you can. Stay on 4 hours. And you can't spare 1 hour for God on Sunday? Just tell the truth, baby. Try to tell the truth. I'm tired of doing this. I don't want to do it anymore. Or whatever. I'm tired of people making fun of me being a pastor. Because I ain't no pastor. I ain't pastor of shit. I couldn't get a job as a janitor in a church. I'm too messy. My character is too flawed. I'm too focused on myself. I'm too focused on trying to be the leader of something. And it's all about money for me. I've said it over and over and over again. And I've convinced these people that if I tell them that I'm only interested in their money, that means that I'm able, that means that now you give me all your money. So the scammer, they want to get all the money. And he wants to get the same amount of money. But I'm honest. I told you I came just to get your money. Stupid shit like that is what's so irritating. You have show, and yes. You're right, Elaine. Tim, you have show, PTSD. I was so hurt. Oh, but I think of the pain. Elaine, I talk about whatever's going on in here, child. It's hard to avoid. I'm sorry, honey. It's just what it is. It is what it is, honey. It is what it is. I guess I should get interested in these damn rap stars who I don't even know who the hell them people are. They talk about them every day. They don't do it. The people who cover reality television and recover show business shows, they do the exact same thing we do on here. All they talk about, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, whatever the 4 people they talk about them every day. So they're doing the same thing. That's just the way it is, honey. That is the way it is with my PTSD. How's the book coming? Well, I'm still at 30,000 words, soul sister. So my goal is 65. So I'm at half. I'm halfway through it. I didn't write yesterday. I don't remember why. I got involved in something. But almost every day I'm writing in it. Just about. I don't want to write so fast that I'm just spitting out shit, right? So it's going well. Put it like that. It kept me up last night. Listening to it. All right, people, I got to go take care of my child, my responsibilities. Thank y'all for coming in. Let's hope it's not another murderous weekend. Don't y'all get it? This is what they like. They like to murder each other, honey. They're murderers. That's why I'm writing about them.